Welcome back to Ginger of the Week. So this is Gingerwatch, the segment where I expose a ginger and cover its shame. This week I have a very special ginger for you. Its name is Henry Cooke. It has had a long media career in New Zealand. More written word than on television because, let's face it, no one wants to look at that. Henry Cooke has made a career from being a Jacinda Ardern fan, and by regurgitating the far-left talking points of the Green Party and Labour Party politburos. But over the last couple of weeks, it outdid itself, starting with an article you will recall reading, as I think every New Zealander did, in the Telegraph about Jacinda Ardern's new book. I think the Telegraph article, pretty much, it was a review, covered what everyone thought of that terrible autohagiography that Jacinda Ardern wrote about herself. To read you some of it, this is what the Telegraph said. Jacinda Ardern's virtue signalling memoir is like one long therapy session. In a different kind of power, the former New Zealand leader advocates for empathy in politics. Shame she shows so little for her critics. Don't read this book, says the Telegraph. You won't anyway. It's by Jacinda Ardern. But if I tell you that it's a memoir dedicated to the criers, warriors, and huggers, you'll have an idea of the nightmare you've dodged. A different kind of power reads like a 350-page transcript of a therapy session. My whole short life, the author writes, I had grappled with the idea that I was never quite good enough. Of course, Henry Cooke, the media apparatchik, who has worked for all of those organisations in New Zealand that have misled us, that have lied to us for all of these years, takes a very different view. This is what it wrote in the New Zealand Herald. Moments of acute personal embarrassment or doubt are relayed on the page with a startling rapidity. She is not just your best friend, but your best friend a few wines in. This largely works. You start to trust her when she is writing about her personal thought processes, thanks to the genuine sense that she is opening up and giving you a look at how surreal it is to go from an MP dismissed as unserious in early 2017 to meeting world leaders as an equal later that year, all while finally managing to get pregnant and experiencing a hefty dose of imposter syndrome. So expect intimacy. Ardernalism was always more a sensibility than an ideology. It was a way of looking at the world and reacting to it, not a theory of change. What do you think about that? Guys, as you know, I'm a liberal, tolerant kind of guy. I believe, an example of my liberalism is that I believe that the burqa ought to be optional for Muslim women in public spaces. But I draw the line, my liberalism draws a line at gingerkind. I believe that the burqa ought to be mandatory for gingers of both sexes, regardless of what religion they practice. So with that in mind, it is time to cover Henry Cooke's shame. All right, guys, that was Ginger of the Week. Hope you enjoyed that. Henry Cooke, media apparatchik, Ardern fan, covered its shame. I'm going to play a few more tunes. I've got about 20 minutes left in the show, guys. You are watching Simon TV.